This plea judges as follows. On October 17, 2013 at about 9 a.m., law enforcement responded to All About Animal Shelter at 73 Riverside Drive here in Macon. At some point during the previous night, the defendant, Ms. Gale Fessler, jumped the fence surrounding the shelter and began opening the dogs' cages. She admits to doing this and stated that she was drunk and wanted to free the dogs because she thought it was a kill shelter. When the defendant opened the cages, the dogs began to fight. The defendant was unable to stop the dogs from fighting and fled the scene. As a result of the defendant's actions, over 20 dogs were released from their cages, and sadly 3 died. Many of the others required immediate medical attention. All About Animals charges $150 for each dog that is adopted out of their shelter, and thus Ms. Fessler's attempted theft amounts to greater than $1,500. But however, there's no evidence that in this case that Ms. Fessler acted maliciously towards the dogs, nor do we have any evidence that she has shown malice towards animals in the past. In our investigation of this case, it has become abundantly clear that Ms. Fessler has a problem with alcohol, and as far as I'm aware, she has no criminal history outside of the DUI. Judge, the DA's office also wants to correct some misinformation in the media regarding dogs. We would like the record to reflect that the dogs were not put to fight, nor were they stabbed by the defendant. Now, what happened that day was certainly still devastating, both for the dogs who lost their lives and for the shelter, as well as the community who has been supporting the shelter since the incident. In addition, Judge, I believe some representatives from the shelter are here with us today in which to address the court at the appropriate time. That will be the basis for this plea.
I just want to bring up one of the dogs that we lost that day. He was very sweet. He came to us with several shotgun wounds, and we rehabilitated him. He was very mistrusting of humans, and we worked with him for months and months and months, and finally got him to where he would play with us and other dogs. And he's just one of the dogs who lost his life that day. In addition to the dogs who lost their lives, several of our dogs were just forever altered. We worked really hard to rehabilitate them and to get them to trust. And the actions of that day just set us back. Just ruined years and years of work with some of these dogs. So, thank you.
This is another one of the lives that were lost that day. I'm a veterinary technician, and I've been volunteering at the shelter for over 2 years now. This day was the worst day that I believe I've ever seen. It's not just the lives that were lost, it's what we do at the shelter. We try to encourage these animals, rehabilitate them, and get them to trust us again so that we can find them forever homes. And all it takes is one act like this, and it shatters completely and totally everything that we try to do. And not only the animals we lost, not even the animals that were injured, but the animals that were there and had to witness this. We had to start all over from scratch. And I don't think people realize that it's not just about the act itself, the breaking in, the damage done. It's about the repercussions afterwards. It's about what we try to do at the shelter. And I just want people to be made aware of that.
This was a horrible, the repercussions from this were awful. They were captivating to our community. And we didn't know what had happened for a long time. Your Honor, and I don't think anyone guessed that a woman acted alone in this. Your Honor, we deal with intent in the court. What we intend. Ms. Fessler intended to set these dogs free because she thought the shelter was a kill shelter. She was trying to save the dogs' lives. Now, what happened turned out to be the exact opposite. And she stands before the court, embarrassed, humiliated from this whole ordeal. And she felt so bad about it that she confessed, knowing that there really was not a whole lot of evidence against her. And I agree with that. Her confession is why she's here. She took responsibility for her actions by confessing, and she's taking responsibility for her actions now. This was a horrible thing, but I hope it's clear that Ms. Fessler did not intend for any harm to come to these animals, and actually put herself in harm's way, because when the dogs started fighting, She jumped in and tried to break up the fight, got bitten herself, and had to be hospitalized. I think that's pretty good evidence of her view on animals. The judge, we just ask you to accept joint recommendation. And Ms. Fessler does qualify for first offender, but we're not asking the court for that. She does have a problem with alcohol.
Why should she be a first offender?
Yeah. Basically, I think what's going on is, and we've talked about this a good deal. This is a serious problem, and she knows that.
What
And
is a serious problem?
the alcohol problem.
All right.
Excuse me. And we don't know what's going to happen in the future. If something were to happen in the future, of course, the repercussions would be much worse for her if she was the first offender than other ones. And so I think she's taking this seriously. And this shows that she knows she has a problem and that she may lose some battles in the future. We just don't know.
It's rare that people ask to be a felon. I don't understand why you would do that, frankly. Anyway. All right, ma'am, anything you want to tell me?
I'm just truly sorry about what happened. I didn't intend for anything to happen the way that it did happen. I'm very sorry for that.
Okay. Well, it's interesting. I was doing some research about this case, and I appreciate what the folks do over there. They do good work. I appreciate that, and I guess I was listening to the district attorney saying that it's devastating to our community, and I wish we'd get devastated about 4 humans getting killed in a week. I wish we would hold candlelight vigils for, as I count, 7 murders. We're cracking on 1 a month in this county. I don't make light. Y'all understand. I don't make the light of that. I appreciate your passion. I do. I just wish the community as a whole would get worried about humans killing each other instead of as much as we get worked up about animals killing each other. I certainly want to live in a community where we care about animals. I just want to live in a community where we care about people more. Maybe that'll change. I don't know. Maybe that'll change. All right, I'll accept the state's recommendation on this case. Ma'am, on count of 1, you'll be sentenced to 5 years in the penitentiary. If you're allowed to serve that on probation, you have credit for time served from November the 14th, 2013. You'll be fined $500, be required to pay $500 for your indigent defense fees. You're responsible for monthly supervision fees while you're on probation. You'll be required to perform 200 hours of community service. You'll be sentenced on the Probation Documents Management Act with secure option of 180 days. You'll be required to submit to a Fourth Amendment waiver, provide a DNA sample, a specimen sample when asked, on a records release in favor of the state. For count number 2, you'll be required to serve 12 months in the county jail. You have credit for time served November the 14th, 2013. This will be concurrent with count number 1. And then pursuant to your decision, you'll not be sentenced as a first offender. You got a good lawyer. Y'all discussed the ramifications of what it is to be a felon. That's what you want to do. I don't understand it. I would never I were in your shoes, I'd take every chance I could take to get a clear name. But that doesn't seem to be as important. So you'll be sentenced, you will not be a first offender, you'll be a felon. All right.